this is Naina from Industrial and Production branch of NIT Jalandhar. I recently secured an internship at Flipkart in its supply chain role. Since I had taken up supply chain management as one of my course, so I had the chance to showcase my skills and I am here to share my interview experience with you guys. So Flipkart did a virtual campus hiring through its renowned NEEV program. Through this program, they hire for non-technical roles from various top colleges of India. Talking about this time from our college, only CSE and IT were not allowed, rest all the branches were allowed. There was no CGPA criteria as such, but backlogs were the only constraint. It all started with information collection of interested eligible candidates through Google Forms. Enough time was given for that. We had the time to understand job description and act accordingly. The basic expectations of the company included strong communication skills, agility, understanding of the usage of MS Office and Google Suite. The topics of Lean Six Sigma, transportation system and all were the plus point but not mandatory. And then there was the first round, which was aptitude test, which was conducted in an online mode. The duration of test was around 50 minutes. The test included 30 aptitude questions, mostly quant questions that ranged from easy to moderate difficulty. 10 questions related to computer fundamentals, which included like shortcut keys, basics of MS Offices, etc. 10 questions were related to supply chain management. And after this, 50 students were shortlisted for the next interview round. And then we had our first interview, that was the functional round, which was also conducted remotely via online mode. My interview went on for about 40 minutes. The interviewer first asked me to give a brief introduction. He also mentioned that I need to tell everything ranging from my academic background to my best achievements of my life. I had to tell my college experiences, my strong skill sets, and my project so that the interview could proceed in the same direction. I introduced myself. I started with my academic background, my family background, and all. Following that, I explained him about my minor project of engineering, which was brain tumor detection using MRI images using predictive modeling. Also told about the experiences as management core team member in team technical affairs. This was the club under which I managed events like Engineers Day, Innovation Day, etc. We were also responsible for the smooth conduction of technical fest of our college. I mentioned Power BI, SQL, and Python as my skill set. So, since my profile was analyst related, the interviewer asked me at what level I knew Power BI. I told him I knew it at an intermediate level. Then he gave me some information about the next question. That was there are three hubs A, B, and C, and I had to find the best hub based on two factors that were percentage of shipment undelivered and customer reviews. He provided me with numerical values for each hub according to each factor. I started with an approach by giving weightage to each factor and then moving ahead, but he didn't seem to be so satisfied, or maybe there was a problem for him understanding the approach verbally. So he asked me to solve the question on Excel while presenting my screen. This part was more of a two-way communication. The interviewer was quite friendly and he was helping me to solve the question by providing his views on my approach on each and every step. And this was all about my functional interview. From 50, 22 students were shortlisted for the HR interview. And talking about my HR interview, it went on for 15 to 20 minutes. I gave a brief introduction about myself, and then the interviewer asked me why I wanted to join Flipkart and what is my understanding of the role. So I said him, since Flipkart is one of the best e-commerce company of our country, it would be a great kickstart for my career. And further, I told him the definition of supply chain management in very layman language. He then asked me about the values of Flipkart which were told to us during the PPT. Those were audacity, ambiguity, and customer satisfaction. Further, he questioned me to tell some events from my life where I had shown audacity or where there was ambiguity. I mentioned about events from clubs and some of the events from my school life. And then he questioned me that as a team leader, what are the three qualities I possess? I told that I was really optimistic, I'm a really professional person, and when it comes to work, I'm very unbiased. At last, I had to tell a situation where I had worked really very hard and couldn't achieve my target, and the reason I couldn't achieve it. So I told him that I was aiming for some IIT, but I couldn't get into one, and the possible reason for that is maybe back then I had no sense of competition. So overall, I was getting a positive response from the HR, and he made me feel very confident. I personally think that HR interview is all about confidence, communication, basically your soft skills. And then finally, 12 students were selected. To conclude, I hope this was really helpful for the people preparing for it, and I wish you luck. Thank you.